What is going on, Life Fitness Coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money on the Trainer podcast. I'm here with my boy, my best friend, the midget next door, Mr. Cole Lewis de Silva. What's up, dog?
Dude, you intro me like that one more time. I'm going to fucking jump over the fence that's behind you in the Zoom call and choke you out in front of
Jump over the fence with a ladder.
All right. Don't matter, bro. It's still going to happen 100%. By the way, for everybody who is listening, like I didn't realize that people didn't believe how close me and Brian actually live to each other. So I'm using it as a visual example. So if you're listening on the audio only, maybe you should become our client so you can see it picture as well, because it's way better. But like we are legit like right beside each other. So like the house that you guys see behind Brian is my fucking house. And it's pretty dope working this close to your fucking best friend and business partner. Just saying.
Yes, it is. So if you are on Podchats right now, guess what? You guys get the sneak preview. We are going to be dropping virtual tickets tomorrow. So Cole and I are going to be hosting a masterclass. If you guys don't know what the PT Domination All Access events are, well, let me fill you in. PT Domination All Access events are the opportunity for Cole and I to get together with all of our clients and basically network, communicate, connect, and bring all of our best trainings all together in one place. Cole and I decided we are going to be launching virtual tickets, and they were going to be going for $497, but tomorrow we're going to be launching them for 75% off. So if you are on Podchats right now, click that link so you can register for the masterclass and you can grab tickets for the virtual event. Cole and I are going to be dropping some bombs as well. We're going to be talking about different ways you guys can utilize social media to sign clients. So if you're not on the actual Podchats, I'll give you the website link. It's go.pt-domination.com/register. Again, that's go.pt-domination.com/register. Let's get into Podchats today, guys. One question so that we get through everybody, because we got a lot of people here to serve today. So first up, Mr. Taylor, what's good, King?
Yo, what's going on? I think I just joined 10K Academy, super pumped. I was like in Brian's DMs constantly, and he was like, okay, do this, do this, do this. I did that. And then he's like, okay, jump on Podchat. So I'm here now and very excited to get started. So I genuinely didn't really know exactly what I wanted to bring to the table as far as a question, but I was thinking like I might as well try to take advantage of this. I think my biggest thing maybe is like, I don't know if it's procrastination or prioritization or what that I need to do better with my personal business, but I still have a decent amount of in-person clients. My days, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday are like basically 7 to 7 between doing some stuff online and then doing my in-person clients. More recently, so I launched this ebook and I told everybody in my stories, in my following group, I was like, guys, I'm going to launch this thing. It's coming out 9:30 p.m. this night, right? And then I missed that deadline because whatever reason, I missed that deadline until the next morning and launched it out. So just as an example of me like missing my deadlines and missing on my non-negotiables, that's one of them. Again, like I don't know exactly what I'm asking for, but yeah, wanted to bring that to the table and see if there's any insight or feedback you guys have.
Go ahead, Cole.
Yeah. Hold your fucking core values and show up when you say you're going to.
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to do with procrastination. It has nothing to do with being busy. It has to do with you breaking your word.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I had to sit down and do some shit for the webinars because me and Brian are super, super excited to bring it to over, I think it's 400 people, 500 people now. It's going to be fucking lit tomorrow. But my workday didn't end until 6 o'clock yesterday, bro. And then I needed to do more stuff for the webinar, content creation, and more. So I was grinding until 7:30, 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to get it done. If you commit to something, get it done. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it sounds to me like you don't have a set core value list that you look over every day and that you operate from, which isn't a bad thing. You can learn how to operate from one and learn what they actually are. But when you make your word, when you set your word, when you say you're going to do something, it needs to get done no matter how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I echo that. I think, Taylor, you got to ask yourself what you want, and then you've got to do what's required to get what you want.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't miss, like right now, again, I got fucking, who here saw the impersonation of me in the academy where she was like, I took 30,000 steps before
So
7
funny, bro.
Fuck you, Shay. Anyways, but it's true. I wake up at 2:30 in the morning now to get my shit done. And sometimes I'm not done work until 6 because that's what's required for the level of goals that I have. And so if you're comfortable, Taylor, making the same amount of money that you're making, then keep doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to hit the next level, then you need to change your behavior. And changing your behavior from me to you means that when you say you're going to do something, it gets done no matter how long it takes. Here's the practice. The next time that you have a task that you said you're supposed to do, but you don't have the time or you're busy or you're tired, I want you to force yourself to do that task, because in that moment that you can get yourself to do the thing that you don't want to do, that's where growth is.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah. No, I hear you 100%.
It's integrity. Doing what you say you're going to do long after the mood has left you.
Right. Yeah. No, doing things when it's tough and most difficult is like the difference between people who are just staying comfortable, staying average and not. Right. So no, I get it.
And people are always searching for motivation, but my definition of motivation is when you don't feel like doing it and you do it anyways. That's motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So practice that.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Thanks for coming up, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Lucas Bay, what's good, King?
Hello, boys. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Awesome. Literally was cooking a steak and I was listening to your podcast. I think it was called Not Me, But We.
Yes.
So I can relate with your struggles when it comes to, and again, like I'm gonna just pinpoint one thing, like because you are prepping for this competition and it's like super hard. So I can imagine and I can relate how fucking hard it is for you now to just give us all advice because I've been there as well. And I was not literally talking to anyone, to my parents, to anyone, to my best friends, because I was just closed down. So I can appreciate that you are still doing this. So I would
Thank you,
just
bro.
want to mention that. Basically, okay, so the question is, so last time you told me that because I have so many leads and I have a lot of people, well, let's say 80% of the people on the challenge who do not, let's say, have the finances to afford the VIP coaching. So before I jump on the call with them, I added the option to pick. It's either I want like a VIP customized coaching with Lucas, or I want something basic and cheap, or I cannot afford the coaching right now. So these are the three options. Now, a lot of people from the challenge and also just the leads, which I have, because I have loads, they select, I want something basic and cheap. So I do not have low ticket program. I have mid ticket program, which is $400 for 2 months. So now my question is, should I actually lower the price and lower the features so I can easily sell it via DMs without jumping on the call? Because to sell medium ticket for $400 is slightly more difficult without, jumping on the call or without bringing the pain
Yes.
or without. Yeah. So
Yep.
what should I do in this situation?
Yeah. Great question. So first of all, that's amazing, Lucas, because you just disqualified all the leads that were going to waste your time on the call, right? And so literally by putting that question in, you literally just saved yourself hours and hours and hours of time from people that were going to waste their time with you on the call. So for those of you listening to the podcast, if you have a lot of leads, if you have an abundance of leads, and my definition of abundance, what you get is 50 to 100 inbound messages or applications a week, you need to have a way to filter them, which is Lucas's problem. If you don't have a lot of leads, don't do this. So for you, Lucas, you just save yourself a bunch of time by asking a qualifying question to figure out who has money, who doesn't. Now, there's two different ways to look at your mid-ticket program. You could look at it for $400 for a one-time payment for 2 months, or you could say it's $127 per month for 3 months. Get it? $127 per month for 3 months is going to be a lot easier to commit to than $400 as a one-time payment for 2 months. Just like the Change Lives Academy, I could say it's $6,000 for the year, or I could say it's $500 a month. What's easier to say yes to? So my recommendation would be to create a program, because maybe it's like 96. What works really well in the mastermind, Lucas, is a $97 a month low ticket offer. So $97 a month, minimum 3-month commitment. The deliverables would be like a nutrition plan that you deliver at the start of the month. Maybe you want to check in with them on week 4 to see how they're doing, because at the check-ins are actually an opportunity to upgrade. So maybe you send them a check-in form just to see how they're doing. And then in that check-in form, if you see an opportunity to upgrade, you go for the upgrade. But there's a workout program, check-ins. You have two-way messaging on, because if you don't have two-way messaging on, they'll want to cancel. But yeah, $97 a month, minimum 3-month commitment. And you can sell that in the DMs. Minimum 3-month commitment, and it continues month to month after that. So you don't have to resell them at the end of the 3-month program.
Got it.
Cool.
Got it. So it's easier. Cole, do you have anything to say regarding this?
Nope. We're done.
Got it. Clear. Thank you very much, guys.
Bro, quick question. How many people have you sold since last week?
I sold 2 paid in fulls for VIP program. And now, since I am facing this problem, which you have just answered, so I'm going to try to sell them all in the DM. So I have 25 people who said they want basic and cheap. So let's see how it goes.
That's exciting. If you go into the website, Lucas, there's a module called how to make, sell, and make, offer, and sell low ticket programs in the DM. Go watch that training. Cole has a DM script to sell low ticket in the DMs.
I got that in place. Thank you very much.
You're the man. See you soon.
Thank you. See you next time.
Fucking Aaron. This guy just showing up
Aaron
all the time and not raising his hand, but here he is, Mr. fucking Aaron.
I thought of a good question today. It's been a bit.
It, dude. I'm here for it.
So I want to give you some backstory. About a year ago is when I first got my blood work done, and I found out I had low testosterone.
Yep.
And so I tried to kind of fix that out naturally as best I could. And then right around February, I started my first prep ever because I wanted to step on stage.
Yep.
And show date was actually supposed to be the exact same day as yours. But 2 weeks ago, I got blood work done again, just kind of as routine. And everything was not looking great. So for health reasons, where hormones were at, I had to pull out of my show, which is pretty discouraging. And I talked about this in my content and on my podcast. And so content has been a big focus of mine to really dial in on that lately.
Yep.
But because of pulling out of the show, I felt really discouraged around where my next goals were, health wise, and I've been getting that fixed out with started TRT and stuff like that. I talked with my coach about that, but I feel like it slowed down momentum. Not that I'm missing on anything, because I show up and I'm doing everything that I had been doing. But like, let's say I was running 100 miles an hour, and now I feel like I'm running at 40, like, and I'm slowly getting there.
I hear you.
But I didn't, like, I'm sure you guys have gone through this before, where like, you have a setback, and I'm not missing, but I don't feel as energized or creative on a daily basis. And I figured you had some insight to that.
I know what you're going through, because I did 2 shows in 2021, Aaron. Before that, I had some adversities happen in my life where I had to drop out of my shows as well. And it fucked with me hard, bro. Like, I'm just going to level with you. In 2018, do you remember this, Cole? When I got like my back injury?
I remember, bro.
Olympia?
100%.
I was literally 3 weeks out from my show. I was at Mr. Olympia with my girl at the time, and something happened to my back. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I legit like could not fucking walk. Like, it was fucked. Like, couldn't sit down, couldn't walk. I ended up having to go to the hospital. I got this fucking thing that I had to like strap around my waist. Like, I was just like not in a good way. And I was just like so stoked for the show. And for like months afterwards, I was fucked, because when you commit to something and you see yourself doing something and you see yourself like finishing, and then you don't finish, you just beat yourself up and you're like, I'm a fucking idiot. I wish I could have done better. Maybe I should have just finished. Why did I drop out? It's like, I know the mental game you're playing. And I'm going to say 2 things. Number 1 is you made the right move by showing up to Pod Chats today and just being in the community and being a part of the community and just choosing to raise your hand and not to suffer in silence. That's number 1. That's one thing I did, is I suffered in silence. I didn't really talk to anybody, and it was not good. So good job showing up today. And number 2, I would say give yourself time to find yourself and don't commit to anything big right now. Because right now it's like, you're like, I need to fucking find something else to commit to, because that's what men do. It's like, don't do that. Like, you need to just like give yourself some grace, give yourself some space, let yourself fucking deal with the grief of not doing what you said you were going to do. Be compassionate with yourself and like give yourself time to figure it out. Don't jump in anything major right now. That's my advice.
Now, I just want to touch on 2 things. Number 1, I agree with everything that Brian said. And listen, I get it. When I fucking failed the MDK project, dude, I was in that hospital broken. I literally felt like a broken man. I had no idea what to do. I couldn't see anybody. The doctor said that I was going to have a stroke. I was put in the ICU. They wouldn't let Brian come see me. I was like talking to Julia over the phone. They went the whole beat. I was terrified. Like, I literally felt 100% broken. All right. But as soon as I left the hospital, I left the feelings in the fucking hospital. Because what am I going to do? Go back to my fucking house and then sit in my bedroom and not do the fucking work, not show up for all my clients, not show up for my wife, not show up for my son, and not show up for my people? Absolutely not. All right. You need to be aware of how you are feeling, allow yourself to feel it, but also understand that at the end of the day, your goals don't give a fuck about your feelings. So push forward anyways. And like, I'm a very big believer in feeling how I feel and allowing myself to move through it, understand it, dissect it, but I still show the fuck up no matter what, period. I don't allow a feeling to kill my creativity. Why? Because of messages that I get every day, because of my purpose on this planet, because of what I do. You feel me?
Yeah.
I want to jump in, and I want to say one more thing, because I think this saying like perfectly captures it, because Cole's right. And the way that he bounced back was fucking phenomenal. And in 2018, I was a lot less mindful than I am now. So I will say something that one of my first ever mentors, Cam, said to me when I was 19 years old. He said, being a successful entrepreneur is about learning how to pick yourself up faster when you fall. So the first time you fall as an entrepreneur, you might be down for like 2-3 months. Then the next time you can only be down for a month. And then the next time you can only be down for like 2 weeks. And then the next time you can only be down for like a week. And then the next time you're only down for 2 days. And the next time it's a day. And then it's an hour. And then it's 10 minutes. That's what being successful as an entrepreneur means. It's like, I don't let myself lay on the ground and fucking cry. It's like the amount of bounce back that Cole had in that situation was fucking fire. So like, be aware of how long you've let yourself lay down and then choose to stand up, and remember how long it took you last time. So like, okay, I was kind of like in the dumps for 2 weeks. Next time something like that happens, I'm going to bounce back way fucking faster than that. And then you just keep committing to getting back up faster when you fall.
Yeah. I think the worst of it was like that week after. I definitely am bouncing back and I'm rebuilding momentum. So I already can tell that I'm making a ton of progress around mindset and everything towards it. I just wanted to kind of show up and get your guys' insight too. So I appreciate it.
I'm also going to say one more thing with this, and the aspect of the week after is always the worst, but it's usually always the worst due to feelings and thoughts in our head that don't actually exist in real life. Like, well, what are they going to think of me? Nobody's fucking thinking of you. Nobody gives a shit if you dropped out of your fucking show. It's you beating yourself up due to something that happened.
Mhm.
It was the same thing as me, bro. I was in my head. Now, I obviously had like a lot of people coming at me hard as fuck because I'm on social media and I refuse to hide because I'm not that type of man. But at the same time, I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, think what you want. I know who I am. I know the effort I put in. So
Mhm.
it's like you got to like remove all outside thought and then just sit with personal and allow yourself to move through it personal. Remove all outside distractions and sit with personal until you grow. Feel me?
Yeah.
Good.
Bet. Gabriel, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Brian? What's up, Cole?
What's
How you
up,
doing?
G?
Feeling good today, feeling good. By yourselves.
Good, brother. How can we serve you?
Let's get it. So we could go 2 weeks. It could have been based off what you both told me was really providing more value onto my page, doing more in-gym content. So last week, the good thing I was able to book a call. That's the one good thing about it. The same objection actually came up in the DMs. I don't really have money. So like you both told me how to handle it. I handled it just fine. Got him on the 15-minute call. Didn't really close him at the end due to the fact that he said I didn't have the finances to continue. Handled the same objection again. Still didn't go through with the call. So I'm thinking it's still more of an authority-based line. That's what's really going on here. So any suggestions or insights on what this idea is like, how to really get the guy to go through on a call or potential calls I have coming up in the near future?
So doing what you've been doing for the last 2 weeks, but do it for the next 3 months.
That was exactly the advice that was going to come out of my mouth.
So what you just did for the last 2 weeks proved to work because you got a call book, correct?
Right.
So keep doing that times 3 months.
This is the thing. You come up here and I understand it and I applaud it and I'm happy that you did it with wanting next advice, wanting more insight, wanting more direction based off of what you did that already worked, but you just need to do what you're doing more. A lot of you guys will have a little bit of success, or you'll take the advice that we give you, implement it for 7 days straight, become incredibly consistent, see a little bit of give into the goals, the wall that you want to break down to achieve the things that you want in life. Then you're like, okay, well, how do I blast through it right now? Well, you fucking don't. You just keep pushing. All right. Water cuts through a fucking rock due to it being relentlessly, consistently hitting the rock. It doesn't just hit once and then expect to break it. Feel me?
Being successful is about doing more things, but being successful is about doing the right things more. It's the small actions that nobody sees consistently over time that lead to the things that everybody wants.
Yep.
Like you need to take those small actions every single fucking day. So how many times are you posting per day in the last 2 weeks?
Last 2 weeks, average of 7 to 8. It's not really 14 days straight consistently.
So 7 to 8 times per week?
No, 7 to 8 times throughout the 2 weeks that I posted.
Throughout the 2 weeks. Okay. So double that 2 times a day, every day, 5 days a week, no matter what. Right?
Noted.
It's like, bro, I'm going to keep it straight with you. I'm way fucking busier than you. I post 3 times a day, every single day. I'm way busier than you. I got way more shit going on. If this is your full-time thing, if you want to make a life from this, and you got to commit. It's like the weight loss client that goes to the gym for 30 minutes and eats half of their meals. And they're like, why am I not losing weight? Put in the fucking work times 3 months. So double your effort times 3 months. And I promise you, me and you are going to have a different conversation at the end of September.
All right, I'm going to do just that then.
Show me, bro.
We'll do.
Brandon Roberts, what's up?
Yo, what is going on? Brian, Cole, good to see you, Kings. How you guys doing?
Fucking
You know,
great, bro. How does it feel to fucking get your event ticket and get your passport?
Man, that's what I was gonna fucking talk about today, dude. I'm like, dude, I can't even hardly put it into words, man. This is just like next level for me personally. This is what I was gonna have my question be on. It's like unreal, man. Like, I remember all the other events, like looking up to this over and over and just like, damn, I'm not ready yet. Damn, I'm not ready yet. Fuck, I'm not ready yet. And like this time the fucking stars aligned and like, it's insane to me, man. Like, cause there's probably other people on the call right now, like who are looking at that same, perspective. Like, man, I'll never be able to do anything like this. I'll never be able to travel, never be able to invest in myself. You can fucking do it. You just have to keep grinding.
Pause. The stars didn't align, motherfucker. You just made a decision. I just want to fucking kibosh that mentality to everybody that's listening right now. That's like, I'm waiting for the stars to align for my shit. No, the stars don't fucking align. You literally make a decision. You're like, I am going to fucking put my big boy pants on or my big girl pants on, and I'm going to fucking do it. And then you do it. Just like Mel just decided she was going to hit 10K and then she fucking did it. Just like Bray decided she was going to hit 10K and then she did it. You just decide. There's no stars aligning. You just make the decision and then you do it. So I want to fucking kibosh the stars aligning and give you credit where it's due. You made a decision.
Let's fucking
Continue.
go. Yeah. I'm super excited. So my question is leading into that. Fucking just so hyped, you guys. It's basically, what is the best advice you have for someone going to an event for the first time? Like how to be best prepared and then how to actually act when you're there so you can get the most out of your time spent like networking and just fucking hanging out.
Go ahead, Cole.
Dude, well, I've only been to fucking one event, two events, I think, because I never like got the opportunity to in the past. So the first event that I went to was the High Performance Summit with Wes Watson and Bejas Koulian. And I went in with zero expectation other than wanting to learn as much as I can. That was the only expectation. All right. No expectations on collaborating with a big individual so I could see success. All right. Zero expectations on hoping that it was going to make me a bunch more money. I went into the event on / with the mindset of I want to learn as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to be a sponge. I'm going to take as many notes as I possibly can. I'm going to try to talk to as many people as I can. And in those conversations, they're going to be as intentional as fucking possible. Feel me?
100%.
I also decided that I was going to participate in anything that they were fucking doing. Like they did the workouts at the High Performance Summit. I did them both because the fuck is the point of going to a goddamn event and then not doing the shit that's there? Feel me?
100%.
I got one thing to add to that, and that is that don't go for the mentors, go for the community. I think that a big mistake that people make when they come to the events is they're only going because they're like, oh, I just want to see Cole. Don't get me wrong, Cole's fucking dope. But if you're only waiting for that opportunity to see Cole and you're literally hanging out at a table full of 5 fucking people and one of them literally has an insight that could change your life, but you're not paying attention, you're not present in that conversation because you're waiting for that moment you get to go talk to Cole, you're going to miss the whole intention of the event. The intention of the event is to network and connect. And so like Mariah Fontana, Hallie Hobday, like they became like best friends because of the event. And now they're in like Mariah is in Hallie's wedding party. She's one of her bridesmaids, but that came because they were intentional. They came to connect, they came to network. And so my invitation, if you're coming to the PT Domination event, is listen to this. This is important. You guys need to connect with the people that are at the event. Be intentional, be present, and get out of your comfort zone. Because when you come to the event, Brandon, the initial instinct is going to be like to kind of just stay in your comfort zone and just like to chill, right? But like go out of your way to be that guy that like walks into a circle and you're like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Chris Kowalski, right? I see you on all the fucking podcasts, G. Nice to meet you. I'm Brandon. Where you come from? Boom. Like be that guy.
That's another thing I do want to say too. And Brian just said it. Fucking introduce yourself, guys. Like just because you've talked to somebody online or just because like you've built a following up or you feel like people should know your name. We fucking don't. And neither does anybody else. All right. If you go to an event, go with it with zero ego. Hand out, ready to intro yourself. First impression is everything. All right. Because what Brian said there about like going for the community, not your mentors, we don't always have the chance to speak to every single one of you guys. Just like if you go to other events, it's not like the top dogs that are there speaking have the chance to speak to every single person in the crowd. So be open, hand out, introduce yourself, ready to be fucking transparent and a sponge.
It's a great question.
Yep, I agree.
See you at the event, dog.
Yeah, see you boys there. I'm super pumped. Not only, of course, meeting you cuties, but yeah, just like the entire, like all the coaches, all the like other mentors, all of my peers. Like, I just feel like I've been on like an island for the past like 2-3 years of the entrepreneurial journey. Like old family and friends, I love them, but they don't understand, like they don't really get it. And it's going to be fucking awesome around the people that are just in the front lines as well. And I'm going to be a fucking sponge, you guys. So I'm going to introduce myself, to be there, ready to hold the door open for everybody. And we'll get after it.
Guys, there's 2 things I want to say. All right. Thing number 1 is that Cole and I are committed to building a community of people that literally are just committed to never ending growth. And that is the intention that we have for the next fucking ever. We plan on never stopping. Our PT Domination is going to be this massive movement that just inspires people to chase their dreams. That's number 1. And number 2, I think there's 2 types of family. There's the family that you're born into, and then there's the family that you grow with. And this is the family that you fucking grow with. And I feel like a lot of people can resonate with that in this call, because I feel like there's a lot of people that are on this call that are closer to some of the members in the community than they are their blood relatives. Not because their relatives are bad people, but because we're on the same fucking path.
Great.
Dab. Next. Bray, what's up?
Hi, how are you guys?
I'm excited to see you. Excited to talk to you. What's going on?
Yeah, it's been a while. So like, I think last time I came on here, I was just trying to figure out like what to do. My partner was leaving for 6 months. I just like decided to take a little bit of an intentional step back and just be a bit more present. I hit like 20 in a month of sales, and then it's just been kind of like very consistent. I'm like, I have an intentional question, but I just kind of want you to know where I'm at mentally so that like you understand what I can handle, I guess. I have 70,000 followers on Facebook now. Facebook has like grown. I post like a word text, like, you know, those text boxes that you can post on Facebook?
Yep.
I post that. I get over hundreds and hundreds of comments now. Like, I'm over fucking whelmed. And I'm also at the point where a lot is changing in my home life. I'm like getting forced to move out of where I'm living. I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. My family situation isn't good. Like it's never been good. And so I feel like I relate a lot to like you and Cole when it comes down to like family and shit, because I come from like similar backgrounds. Now, with that being said, like I don't know what I can pick on. I don't know what to do. So I need to get my free Facebook community. I need to do it. It's a goal that I've set for myself this month. Like I want it done because that way I can funnel everyone in there. I don't know if I should do a 14-day challenge because I'm going to have so many people that comment and I don't know how to filter through and who's good and who's not. And because there's a lot of old women that follow me and that's not my avatar. So I'm just trying to be able to, I don't know how to sift through all these fucking comments and shit like that and create a free Facebook group. I know you said that you guys say that you need to create a 14-day challenge first. So that's my math.
Pause. So first things first is you got a lot of shit going on. So
I know, yeah.
You don't need to do anything that brings you more leads like a 14-day challenge. A 14-day challenge is a way for you to generate traffic and leads if you don't have a lot of leads. That is not your issue. Yeah. So 14-day challenge, off the table. Free Facebook group, I actually really like because if you're getting hundreds of comments on your Facebook photos, what I would recommend if I were you, literally, Bray, you could create it today and it would take 30 seconds. It would honestly be a lot easier than you're making it. You could go to Canva, create a fucking graphic. You could use a template from their Facebook cover photos, put a photo of you on the cover, and it could be like strong and sexy women's free Facebook community. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want. And then you name it, put a description, and then in all of your comments, comment on all of your Facebook posts and all of your reels. You can pin your comment. And it's like, if you want more value like this, join my free group. And then anybody that joins your group, that's automatically like that. It's just going to be there. And you don't really have to do a lot. All you have to do is make your posts, pin the comment, and then leave it. That's what Natasha Starcheski does. So if you go to Natasha's page, go through her posts, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about as an example. This is a lot simpler than you're making it out to be. So I would just create your free group and kibosh the 14-day challenge. That being said, what
goes into a free group? Like, I think that's what's overwhelming me. Like,
there are trainings that Kirsten and Janelle have done inside of the academy around free group. If you go into the search bar and type up, search free group, Janelle, and then free group Kirsten, you'll find either Kirsten or Janelle training, and either one of them will be really good for you.
On the Facebook community?
Yeah, in the Change Lives Academy, search free group. There also might be a training in the website. Don't quote me on that, but I know for sure there's one in the academy around free group.
It's not there on the website. I looked.
Kirsten just yelled down and said, you can join her free group. She's on the patio upstairs.
Aw, I love her so much.
Can you send her your Facebook cover photo so that she knows what goes into it? It's Bray. Okay. Yeah, she's going to send you her Facebook cover photo.
Aw, thanks.
Okay. Don't do anything that's going to start fucking flooding you with more leads, AKA a 14-day challenge.
Yeah.
You need a team. That's all you need right now. So what I would be doing if I were you is I'd be being very selective with who you're working with. I would probably be booking 5 calls per week. I would be qualifying people hard in the DMs before I even got on a call with them. Like, I'm sorry, I'm like super full right now and I only take on like a certain amount of people. Like, I need to know why you want to work with me and why you're committed to your goals. Because if you're not committed, I just don't have the space or the time. Like, that is a level of dismissive that I would be if I were you. And
I'm so bad at that.
I would be that level of dismissive. Like, there's different levels. When you first start your online coaching business, you want to work with anybody that breathes on your profile because you have fucking nobody. And as you get busier, you get a little bit more selective and you're qualifying people more. And then when you get to the level that you're at, you can literally just like fucking be like, unless you're fucking serious, I'm not taking you on. And that's the level that you're at. So play at that level.
I don't think I'm at that level.
You are at that level, but the fact
the fuck you talking about? You have $20,000 in the bank. You have, Bray, how many fucking clients do you have?
43.
43. You have $20,000 in your bank account. You have 70,000 followers on Facebook, and every single time you make a post, you have hundreds of comments.
Yeah.
You're at that point.
Agreed.
If you don't want to be at that point, then continue to be stressed out, overwhelmed, like freaking out about your business because you're trying to talk to every single person that breathes on your fucking profile.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And I think that's the problem. Like, I think the fact that I'm not taking that initiative and not like, I'm just allowing it to overwhelm me opposed to like coming up with an intentional plan. So I made an accountability post in CLA and I'm doing it for the next 30 days. So
that's awesome. that's not going to fucking deal with your overwhelm. What's going to deal with your overwhelm is coming up with a plan. Number one, the Facebook group, getting that done instantly, but also understand that that's just a band-aid to your problem, because now that's just going to become a community that you need to manage, engage with, and sell from. What you should be aiming towards are the next levels in the community. 10K mastermind, $1 million mastermind. Like, what can I do to get there so I can learn the necessary things to manage my business, know my numbers, scale to the next level, hire a team? Because starting a Facebook community where you funnel 10,000 girls into, then you just got to manage another community with 10,000 people.
The insight that I think is the most helpful, but it's going to feel like the most useless to you right now, is you need to shift your identity. Because right now you're still identifying as somebody that's a low level coach and you're just getting started, and you don't. Who here thinks Bray's a high level coach? Just say me in the chat, like very high level. Yeah, everybody has. So you don't see yourself as you are. And because you don't see yourself as you are stressed out, overwhelmed, and burned out. But if you looked in the mirror and saw yourself for what you actually are, which is a high level coach, you would be able to effectively take a step back without feeling guilty, because you know that you're high level and you know that people are going to come to you. And when you're ready to take them on, they'll be right there waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess
10K mastermind, $1 million mastermind, learn how to run a business, hire fucking people to run in your business. This is scale. Right now, you're trying to stay here and do absolutely everything, which is setting in the overwhelm.
I think I'd just rather go into the $1 million mastermind, not the 10K. Like, I think it's like adding too many, you know?
So for now, that's all right. So I'm going to give you a practical piece of advice that will help you out right now, regardless of what program you're in. Shift your identity. Start acting like a high level. Start asking yourself this: what would Cole and Brian do in this situation?
Oh my God.
That's what you need to start thinking about. I guarantee you, I don't reply to every single fucking comment on every single post myself. I don't fucking do that. Somebody sends me a message upset at me. You think I'm fucking rushing to get back to them when I'm out for dinner with Kirst? Absolutely not. You're going to get a rude message back from me if you send me something clapping at me at 7 p.m. when I'm out for dinner with my wife. Right? That's how I operate, because I'm a high level coach. You need to think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Work on that.
Shift your identity.
All right.
Thanks,
guys. I love you.
She's like, I feel like that's useless, but that's the most useful thing that you could fucking take in. So I got you. Mateo, what's up, King?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Best day ever, dog. How are you doing?
Good. Better. Okay, I have a question. I have a 14-day challenge winner, and I remember they were talking about like some money objection way back when we were talking about signing up after the program.
Yep.
But they ended up winning, so they got a free month of coaching with me, and it's been great. They're seeing results, they're enjoying it, but I have a renewal call with them, and I want to essentially take it from the direction of how you guys taught us to say, like, look, this is the direction I want to take your training in. This is where I want to see you go in the next 3 to 6 months. This is how I want, like, this is my plan for you, but I don't know how to like pull the trigger on it and essentially go up against the money objection that I know they're going to probably maybe present again.
Yep. So instead of presenting it like, this is what I want to do for you, I would present it as, this is what we've already done together. Have you enjoyed the program so far? Like, what was it like before working with me versus what's it like working with me now?
Okay.
And then just out of curiosity, Mati, are you interested, like, is this something you're trying to do like short-term, or are you looking for like a long-term permanent solution?
I guess taking it on with any other client that I will have, but I
that's the question you're going to ask them. So
okay.
Mati, like, so the 6 week was great. Like, are you just interested in a short-term solution, or you want to like find something more long-term? Do you want to like lose the weight like permanently? Want to lose it permanently? Okay, cool. Well, here's the thing, man. So I definitely have enjoyed working with you, and I think that we've made a lot of progress. And 6 weeks is, a decent amount of time, but it's like when we have unhealthy habits for 30 years and then we work on it for 6 weeks, that's not really enough time for us to actually fully embody those habits. So I'd love to work with you for the next 16 weeks. Would you like to hear about how I can help you out?
Yeah.
Boom. Into the pitch. Here's the way that I would combat the money objection is I would present the paid in full as the first thing. So like, okay, so typically my program is, not $12.99 for 16 weeks, but because you did my 6 week challenge and you did the 14, I'm going to give it 16 weeks for $9.99. How does that sound?
Okay.
And they're going to give you a money objection. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, money aside, does the program sound like what you're looking for? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So if you had all the money in the world, would you move forward today?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what I can do is, I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? I still want to work with you, and I know that finances are tight. So what if I was able to give it to you for $299 a month. That way we can still work together for the next 16 weeks. I can help you lose that 20 pounds and it doesn't take a big chunk out of your wallet and it's super easy on cash flow. Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah. Yes.
Boom.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'll do that.
All right, cool. And if that doesn't work, then downsell.
Okay.
But that's like
as in to like low ticket program,
like a low ticket, like a $99 a month. Like there's always a solution. But I would, if you think there's going to be a money objection, I would lead with a paid in full, because then you can quote unquote downsell to the monthly. But if you think there's going to be a money objection and then you start with monthly, your quote unquote downsell is low ticket and you're fucked. You got no leverage.
Right.
So I start with the paid in full and then I do the monthly as like the quote unquote downsell. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Go get it, King. I believe in you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I got you. Sammy, what's up?
What is up? That was genius, by the way. I kind of needed that as well. So thank you.
You're welcome. Glad I could help.
Okay, cool. So my question is I've been promoting my 14-day challenge. So yesterday, Cole told me I did all 22 spots in the past 2 days. So I just made a video talking and I'm going to like say, you know what, like, I think it would be so much fun to do 30 girls, have it a little bit more. But my question is I watched the video of the guy who made $7,000 before the challenge and his strategy with like talking to the girls before and trying to sell them, which I feel like I could do in this position. But then I also know like Coach Sam has said, wait 3 days, get to know them, let them know, like, and trust you. But as you guys know, I'm going to the DR literally 4 days after my challenge ends. So I'm just trying to figure out how can I make this the most successful, like get the girls into the full program and me still get to enjoy my trip. So what would you recommend?
I'm going to flip this back to you with the question. How confident are you in your sales game?
I was super confident until I moved. And then I haven't really booked a lot of calls. So I would say like right now.
Okay. So book a role play or two. Who here wants to role play with Sammy? Say me in the chat. There we go. We got a bunch of people.
Maybe. I need help. Thanks.
So book a role play and then go through your 14-day challenge leads. And I would fucking sell the people that are like hot. So if there's 3 to 5 leads that are hot, I would book a call and I would sell them.
Okay.
And whoever role plays with Sammy, can you please make sure you give her an objection? Like I'm going to wait till after the challenge.
Just be very rude. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, seriously. If you're ruder on role plays, then it'll be easier on calls. So I'm going to give you the answer that I think everybody needs to hear because this is important. Guys, there's 1,000 different ways to skin a cat. Okay. Sam's got one way of doing a 14-day challenge. Andrew's got one way of doing a 14-day challenge. John did a 14-day challenge like this. Sarah did a 14-day challenge like this. The best way to learn, I want everyone to fucking write this down. The best way to learn is to listen to advice and ask yourself, what about this resonates with me? And then do that.
Yeah.
And that's a hard instinct to learn at first. That's why I'm stoked that we have this coaching program so we can teach you guys that. But over time, the goal is to get yourself to a place where you can watch a training and be like, I fuck with that. I'm going to do that. Or I don't fuck with that. I'm not doing that. Right. And that's going to take some time. But the best way to learn is to listen to advice and ask yourself, what part about this resonates with me? And then do that. So I do like Andrew Chow's model of selling before the challenge. So I think you should do that.
Okay. I like that as well. And here was I was thinking as well, because I practiced, I had a girl who was just not a candidate. So I was like, sorry, like you don't qualify for the program. And I got comfortable doing that. So I was like, what if I hop on the call with the girls? Anyone that's not hot, I don't pitch yet. And I'm like, okay, let's go enjoy the 14-day challenge. Like, I'll talk to you at the end.
Love it.
No? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, cool. I thought so too. Okay.
Love that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
The only thing that I want to preface on top of that as well, because you brought up the video, is don't do a video being like, I'm going to now take on 30 spots. Just fucking do what I told you yesterday and take on 30 spots. Grind it out and get as many people as you can. You don't need to now justify why you're keeping enrollment happening. Just do it.
Agreed.
Okay. I like that. Thank you.
By the way, if any of you guys are ever going to the Dominican Republic, Mel, I saw that you posted that and you want a house to stay, Kirsten and I have an Airbnb. So you can literally stay in Brian and Kirsten's Airbnb. Just saying. Send me a message. I'll hook it up. That's what I'm saying. Justin, what's up, King?
What is going on? I'm so happy to be up here. Basically, I have the exact same question as her. I just didn't want to unraise my hand. My 14-day challenge started Monday.
Yep.
It's completely blown my expectations. I have 60 women in there and the group is absolutely popping. I can barely keep up with comments and everything.
Yes.
Just wondering the best way to, just like she said, that transition to them becoming my client. I want to work with most of them and I'm in the DMs with most of them now. I'm not pitching them really yet, but that unit in the training in the unit was removed like on the actual transition. So I was just wondering some of the best things that I can do to make that transition of getting into my program.
Here's exactly what I would do. By the way, guys, the 14-day challenge is going to be I wanted to refilm every single video in the challenge. So I'm personally refilming all of them. It'll be done within the next 7 days, but I'm going to give you the advice. I would, if you have 60 women in your challenge and the whole thing is fucking exploding, make a post right now that says, I currently have space in my calendar for 5 15-minute consults to help you with your fitness goals. If you're interested in grabbing one, say me in the chat, first 5 people only in brackets, and then just fucking drop it right there. First 5 people that say me, be like, hey, saw you left a comment, super stoked. Go ahead and book in for my calendar. Spots usually fill up quick. We're going to talk about your number one goal, your biggest struggle, and I'm going to give you a game plan. Smiley face. Cool? Question mark?
I absolutely love it. Thank you so much.
That's it, bro. Keep it simple.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
I love it. Also, good to fucking see you up here. I know that you're always on pod chats, but you never raise your hand. So it's good to see you raise your hand.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot more of me. I'm going to be up here all the time.
I love it. You're also coming to the event too, right?
Yes, I am.
My fucking boy. My boy. I like it. And I would like everybody to give a warm welcome and warm introduction to the one and only $10,000 a month Mel. 10K Mel, what's up?
Hey guys, thank you. I appreciate you. It's somewhat anticlimactic. I do feel like I hit a milestone, so I'm excited about that, but it's honestly like 10K. I still feel like I have so much more potential than that. But my question is, as I talked about, last year at the event, people in my close circle not believing in me. And I don't think that that's the case anymore, that people don't believe in me, but I do feel like I believe in the power of proximity. I believe that you have to surround yourself with high-level people. I never want to be the smartest or most successful person in the room, but I feel like a lot of times now I am. And I know when I'm here that this is where I belong. There's a lot of high level people. I learn, I grow every time I'm on a live, every time in the academy. And the 10K Mastermind has helped unlock a new level for me. But I feel like in physical close proximity, I don't have a lot of people in my circle that are as driven as me, that want to be more successful, including my husband, which I shared, at the event. But even now, my husband owns his own business, and he could grow, and his business is successful. He could grow, but he doesn't want to. He's comfortable. He also sells insurance on the side, and he just is comfortable booking 2 appointments a month and maybe selling, maybe not. So I had a conversation with him last night and said, when are you going to step it up? I want you to, want to be better. And it was a very difficult conversation. He wasn't happy with me. He took it very personally, which I expected, but I just don't know how to find the people in my close proximity physically that want to grow like I do.
Well, it doesn't sound like you have anybody in your close proximity, and it is not your job to demand change from others. It's your job to become the individual that attracts your tribe / finds them in other places. So let me give you an example. Number one, you came to the event. My goal for you, if you come to the next event or any other events in the future, would be to not only build the relationships, but stay connected to them, and then force yourself to go meet them, hang out with them, see them. That might mean leaving your current place and current area, right? Because let's put it this way, and I'm just going to call a spade a spade. I'm glad that you had the conversation with your husband, but it's not your job to force him to change if he's comfortable, if he doesn't want to, right? What you're doing right now is you currently do not have a circle that is playing at the level that you would like to play at, or the level that you feel like you are playing at. So you're trying to force people around you to change when that's not your job. You need to be, number one, the light that inspires change is in others. And then if you want to find other people that are going to motivate you and help you grow, you got to find them through opportunities to find them. I'm going to break it down for you and keep it very plain. I have 2 people that I speak to in Kelowna, maybe 3 people that I speak to in Kelowna. Now, I don't mean I don't talk to anybody. I mean, when I say speak to, I mean actually resonate with, surround myself with, confide in, and more. Everybody else is in the States. And I talk to them on text or over Instagram on a continual basis. That's why I've also talked about getting property in the States, because let's be real, there's not a lot of people here that I fuck with.
Yeah, that
Right.
makes sense. And I agree. I like, Brian said, finding your family and people that you're close with at the event. Like last event, I made it a goal to speak to as many people as possible. And honestly, I did find my tribe and my family at that event. I speak to a lot of them on a daily basis. And I do have a really good group of people like from PT Dom. But other than that, I feel like
Book a trip.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to jump in. Book a trip. So I have two things to say. Number one, when you transform in any aspect, you resist/resent character traits in other people that are similar to what you used to have. So when you stop drinking, you resent people that drink because you used to be like that, and you resent the character traits that are reflected back to you of the person that you used to be. So we need to be aware of that, right? So we need to be aware of that. It's important. And I understand that, Mel, because I need to fucking catch myself doing that all the time. Like when I resent something in somebody else, it's because it's reflecting back to me a character trait that I don't like in myself. So that's number one. Number two, I think you don't realize how free you are now. And this is something that is hard for a lot of entrepreneurs to understand, because they like when you spend 40 years chained to a job and then all of a sudden now you're making all this money online, it's like, it's hard for you to actually understand. Mel, you could book a trip to anywhere in the world and stay for a week to 2 weeks with the amount of money that you're making. And if you went on the trip, you would make more money because you would be more creative, more in flow, more in the zone. Most entrepreneurs don't actually realize how free they actually are. And so obviously you're coming to the September event, which I'm super grateful for. Very excited to see you. And I know that you have some people that are in PT Domination that are in your circle. And so if you do feel that need to connect with somebody, that need to like, maybe it's like if you're like, I can't book a trip before September. I'm literally doing a fucking, I'm literally going all in on the September trip and I'm like stoked for that. If you can't book a trip before then make it a staple that you have like a once a week Zoom date with, somebody, and you set a time like, hey, once a week, let's meet on Zoom. Let's have coffee. Let's catch up. Right? That's a very simple thing that you can integrate into your lifestyle. So my invitation for you would be to recognize when we see something in somebody else that's reflecting back to us and how we're feeling about that. So that's number one. And number two is you are fucking free and you need to fully embrace that and understand that and step into it.
Now I'm going to attack objection that you might have to that and anybody else might have to that instantly before you even fucking speak. Well, Cole, Brian, I've got a husband. I can't just fucking leave whenever I want and leave because he can't leave based off of the job that he has. And this is where you need to start learning how to inspire change. Also meet your partner where they're at. Guys, Julia has no desire to be a super high level entrepreneur. And I don't want her to have to do that. That's not her job. It's mine. All right. It's my goal to be that person. Now, is she ever allowed to go back to a 9-to-5 job? Absolutely not. That's a conversation I have with my wife. You will never go back to a 9-to-5 job, period. And if you do, this relationship won't work. Why? Because that removes the freedom of our family. Now, if you want to become entrepreneurial or have a creative job, fucking sounds good. But that came through internal conversation. But that conversation wouldn't have even been able to happen if I didn't become the person that I am today and then inspire change in her to a certain degree that allowed her to have the freedom to quit her job in the first place under the age of 30. Make sense?
Absolutely.
So like you had a conversation with your husband where you were like, I want you to step it the fuck up. Like you could be doing so much better, but that's not your job. Your job is to inspire the change in the individuals around you. And then communicate based off of what you need personally to make sure that the relationship flourishes. Feel me?
Yeah, definitely.
Because then when it comes down to a trip, like you could talk about a trip and be like, I really want to travel and see these people. And then if your husband has an objection, like, well, what the fuck? Like, I can't just go with you. Then you could be like, well, this is why I want you to push harder because you could come with me. Like, this is the vision. This is the light. This is the path that we could be taking together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you guys.
Bet.
Very excited to see you in September. When you come to September event, Mel, I want you to remember the depth of the relationships that we want you to build. And when you connect with somebody, like, be like, I don't want this friendship to end. So when are we seeing each other next? That's the level that I want you to play at the next event.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Joseph, what's up? By the way, guys, can we keep the questions short and sweet so that we can get through everybody? Devin, also, you'll raise your hand after 15 minutes. So we're not going to answer your question. That's a new rule on Pod Chats. Be here on time, 15 minutes. Got to raise your hand. Joseph, what's up?
What's up, man? I'll be quick. Nice to meet you. I joined the Academy 5 weeks ago. It's been great.
My man.
I will say,
I'm glad.
I will say super quick. Yeah, me too. So I found your podcast and I was like, is this stuff real? Is this work? So I just tried it. I listened and implemented literally 4 weeks, got 7 clients. And then I'm like, all right, I got to join this academy. So props to you.
I love it, dude. Thank you. That's fire. How did you find the podcast? Out of curiosity.
I wanted to be a coach, didn't really know what that meant, and started like looking for podcasts, found Change Lives, Make Money, and just started listening.
Yes. That makes me so funny.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So I don't know the next time I'll get like talk to you guys. So I just want to like ask a real question, be a little vulnerable here. So way before I found you guys, like 4 months before I found you guys, I wanted to be a coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know like how to do that. So I just started making like content where I just like looked at the camera and was like, stop this fat acceptance movement. My school had like donut day like 3 times a month. And like there was, I don't know, I just didn't like the culture.
I love that.
And yeah. And like I worked for a really fancy like job and they found the content. They didn't like it. They fired me.
Welcome.
I was, well, I don't work for you guys anyway. I want to be an entrepreneur. So fast forward to now, things have been great. I doubled my client base since joining, but I have these thoughts every now and then. I'd say like 20% of the time where I'm like, dude, it's all going to get taken away. Like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. The rug's going to get pulled out from under me. So I guess my question is, have you guys ever dealt with that? And if so, how do you get through that?
Well, go ahead, G.
Yeah, dude, I deal with that shit every single day. Self-doubt and like internal struggle is something that's normal. It happens on a continual basis. The thing that I do to be bad at it is I'm relentless in my routine, my daily actions, and my non-negotiables. Like self-doubt is normal. And anybody who says they don't doubt themselves is fucking lying. All right. It's just, they're 100% lying. But the thing is that I drown out that self-doubt. I drown out the self-doubt that is currently in my mind by being relentless in my pursuit of this, being relentless with my non-negotiables, being relentless with the shit that I need to do every day to progress forward. Does that make sense?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, it could, let's be fucking real. It could all go away tomorrow.
Yeah.
You could get hit by a fucking bus. I'm going to knock on wood literally tomorrow and get put in a fucking coma for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, Ben Desmore just told his story on his Instagram where he got shot in Colombia 3 times. He walked up, put a gun in his chest, shot him in the fucking chest, but it got blocked by his cell phone. Went to the doctor, boom, in a coma for 3 weeks. Shit happens. So it could all go away tomorrow. So that's why every day until it either happens and everything's great or it goes away, I'm going to put my absolute best effort in and put one foot in front of the other, period.
Okay. I like that.
People think that having a job is security, right? They're like, oh yeah, I feel more secure in a job when my employer is paying me a certain amount of dollars per hour. Look at fucking COVID, dude. COVID came, boom, everybody's gone.
Yeah. Look what happened to him. You got fucking fired instantly as soon as they saw your content.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, here's one of my clients. His name's Maverick Willett. He actually isn't my client anymore, but I helped him build his business to 50K. And now he's making 150K a month. He's crushing it. When I first inspired him to quit his job, one of the things he said, he's like, how do I know this is going to be secure? He's like, do you ever have the fears of like this all going away? I'm like, I am the fucking security dog. I'm like, I'm never going to stop. I'm fucking relentless. One of the mindsets I want to attack, Joseph, because I want you to get so much value from the academy. And I see you in 3 months when you hit $10,000 because I believe in you and I think it's going to happen. As you said,
I'll be there.
I don't know when I'm going to talk to you next, but bro, you can talk to us as much as you fucking want. Literally every single one of Cole's content audits if you wanted to. You can come to every single fucking podcast if you wanted to. You can come to every single coaching call if you wanted to. Because if you are uncertain about whether or not this is going to work, then I would attack that mindset by tapping the fuck in and going all in on this shit. Because if you go all in, I promise you will be successful. We have 16 clients over 10K now. The clients that are successful are the ones that tap in. So tap in.
Oh, I'm tapped in, bro. I just doubled my client base 5 weeks. You guys are the kings. Love it. I'm not stopping, dude. But no, that's super interesting. I don't want to keep the line, but that makes sense. Just basically don't think about it. Live every day. Just be relentless.
100%, bro. Like it's drown the self-doubt with fucking work.
Hell yeah. Okay. Thank you, Cole.
Dude,
thank you, Brian.
So good to fucking see you. Thank you for coming up. That's such a cool story. I appreciate you.
Good work.
You too. Thanks.
That's fucking sick. Ahmed, what's up, King?
What's up, King? What's going on, baby? How you feeling?
Best day of my life, G. How are you?
I am great, man. I'm great. I think I'm in the 5K club now. I'm not quite sure if that's still a thing, 5K Academy or.
Though, if you're in the 5K Academy, you need to ask about the 10K Mastermind now. The 10K Mastermind's where it's at. Hey, Mel.
Well, I'm not necessarily inside the 5K Academy. I mean, I think I'm ready to get in the 5K Academy.
There's no 5K Academy now. It's a 10K Mastermind. Mel, how's the 10K Mastermind?
Okay.
Literally changed everything for me. Game changer. unlocked a whole new level for me.
There we go. If you're interested, you can send me a message on Facebook.
Oh, all right. So I got one question. I have a client that just signed up the other day. He did a paid in full, and then he hit me back like literally. We started the program. I set him up with everything, training, nutrition, mobility, whatever, whole nine. He returned back to me like 24 hours, like mid meal prep, and like, I don't think I can do this, blah, blah, blah. And I tried giving him like the coaching moment where like, yo, you can just now that things get tough, like no one ever said it was going to be easy, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, no, I think I should learn better by like making my mistakes on my own. And I'm like, so let me put this straight real quick. Let me get this straight. You don't want to learn from my experience, my mistakes, and do it and get the results faster. You want to learn from your own mistakes and let it take 3 times as long to get the results that you're looking for. And he was like, basically, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so I don't really have much for you. This is a business. I'm not a bank. You can't just put money in my business and then get it back. This isn't transactions here. Okay, so I don't do refunds. But I also know the guy, and I don't want him to feel like I'm taking an L because he could come back to me later in the future. So in my head, I'm like, he's like, is there a way I can get a full refund? If not, I can respect that. And I'm like, well, it's $1,200. No.
Put it this way. When you built this program, did you build the entire program out from start to finish, or did you only do one phase?
I built the entire program.
Well, then fuck it. Too bad. Bro, I don't give a shit if you're my brother. You ain't getting a fucking refund. I'll be transparent with you guys right now. My older brother hired me for fitness coaching with his wife, and this was like 3.5, 4 years ago or something along those lines. Okay. Within 3 weeks, they weren't happy with their results because they weren't fucking putting the work in. They weren't doing the workouts. They weren't following the meal plan, and they were slacking the fuck off. And he's like, this is bullshit. I want my money back. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but that's not happening. Hold the line.
Okay.
I agree. Okay. One sec, I'm going to jump in. Don't justify it either.
No.
Period. Like, dude, you're like, so what you're telling me is that you would like, no, it's like, if somebody messages me like that and I've already done the work, like I completely respect that you're going through a little bit of like adversity with like the meal prep right now, but I've already done your training, your nutrition, and your accountability, and there's absolutely no refund. So my recommendation would be that you do the meal prep and do your very best.
Yeah.
Period.
You have the program. You might as well fucking use it because you ain't getting your money back, and I'm now in your corner. So you can either fucking leave and just lose all your money, lose the program, and lose the results that you could achieve, or you could just buckle the fuck down and work.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah, I built out his entire programming already. I did everything for him. He already has the information. Like I can't unsend the information.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like I did, the only thing that was left is for him to put in the work. And yeah, now he just like coming.
So here's how you communicate. Here's exactly what you say. Hey, Amit, thank you so much for, I did some thinking about, our conversation the other day, and I've completed your training plan, your nutrition plan, and your accountability for the full 16-week program. Because I've already done all of the work, there's absolutely no refunds, no questions asked. It is up to you to make sure that you actually follow through on the program, and I'm going to help you do that. And I understand that you're feeling a little bit of adversity with that, so I'm here to help you out. But there's no refunds. That decision is final. Let me know where you'd like to go from here. Period.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Go take action. Hold the line. Keep us posted.
Oh yeah.
He might not like it, but your goal isn't to get people to like you. Your goal is to fucking run a business.
Agreed.
Matthew, what's up, dog? By the way, guys, last week on fucking pod chats, me and Cole called Matthew out for not taking fucking action. Not only did he buy a fucking event ticket, he also DM'd me the next day. He's like, oh, by the way, bro, I found the VIP upgrade. I'm also coming to VIP dinner. Fucking Matt. What's up, G?
What's up? Yeah, we talked last week that I'm too comfortable. I'm definitely uncomfortable as fuck right now. And I realized, like, why the fuck am I acting like I have money to spend? Because I just spent money on the event. And now, like, all my cushion savings, everything is gone. So I'm like, fuck, which is good because I'm so motivated and I have some recurring payments coming in. So it's all good. But I've honestly never truly felt this before. So it's a fire that needed to be lit. So something right now that I want to focus on is I have an abundance of leads. So the leads aren't the issue. Onboarding isn't the issue. It's whenever I'm making their programs, I'm still learning how to like really detailed, like periodize people's plans whenever I'm trying to do that. And it takes me some time. And so when I get 3 to 6 clients a week, I can get overwhelmed and it'll take me forever to kind of focus on building out their plans. I'll try to build them out for like 6 months in advance because I got that from other coaches in the academy. So I'm trying to do that. It takes me a long time to do that. Is this where my focus should be? What are your opinions on this?
Quick question. I'm going to fire a question back to you. How do you do your programs? Do you do them all separately?
I do them all separately. Yeah.
Everybody, this is a concept for everybody, batch your work. And so here's how I onboard clients. All right. So when I'm an online fitness coach and I'm signing 3 to 5 clients a week, instead of doing all their work separately, what I do is I communicate to all my clients. So I sign somebody up, Matt. As soon as I sign them up, I send them a questionnaire. This is the language I use. Thanks so much for, I'm super excited to change your life. Here's a questionnaire. It's due back within the next 24 hours. Once I have your questionnaire, your program will be done within 7 days. So get that back to me within the next 24 hours. Cool. Then when they get it back to me, so let's say I sign them up on Monday, and then I sign another person up on Tuesday, then I sign another person up on Wednesday, then I sign another one up on Thursday. On Saturday morning, I'll make sure I'm not doing fucking anything. From 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., I'll go to a Starbucks and I'll do all 5 of my clients' programs that I just signed up all at once. Batch your work. That will change the game for you.
Agreed.
Okay, sweet. Do you recommend having like templates, like template, like main, like 3, 4,
Absolutely,
4, 5?
yes. Absolutely,
Okay,
yes.
put it this way. This is something that we used to do with Aesthetic Nation that you guys can all steal. Every new person that Brian and myself would sign got a brand new program that was never seen before in our Trainerize account. And then let's say you came up for a re-up, Matthew, in our program. You've been with me for like 12 weeks now or 8 weeks, whatever. And we're going to create you a new training program with new phases based off of the goals that you want to achieve. I'm going to go to my workout library where I have fucking like 400 fucking programs and workouts created because I've signed 400 clients in the last year. And I'm going to take ones that I've built around strength training, around endurance, around whatever you're currently trying to achieve. And then I'm going to customize the already built program to your specific goals. And then it speeds up the process because every new client I brought in, I've built a new program. Every client that comes up on a re-up / needs a new program, I customize it template that's already there, and it takes out half the time.
Okay, so you recommend doing it as you go, like as the new clients come in. Don't build the programs first and then try to plug them in, correct?
100%. Wait until the person comes in, because if you're just building a bunch first, like you might build one that people can't even do.
I actually have a little bit of a different opinion. So we did do that, and then we got to 50 clients, and then once we got so what we did, I remember what we did. We built a new program for every client that came in up to a certain level. And then once the trainer had a library of 50 workouts, like Jenny, who wants to lose 20 pounds, has very similar goals to Sarah that wants to lose 20 pounds. And they might have to have some exercise swaps because Jenny can't do jump lunges and Sarah can. So obviously you're going to have to play around with the programs, but once you have a certain amount of templates, you can utilize them for different clients.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
While taking into account individual differences, right? Like obviously not every client's going to do the exact same program, but like, yes, you should have like programs that you have that are like fat loss programs and strength building programs and circuit. Like, yes, absolutely. That's a good idea.
Also, I'm going to touch on this very quickly because Raul, you said I needed to do that too. Guys, this is a very basic time saver / like organization training we've already done in the academy. All right. Wednesday, you send out your check-ins. Thursday, you get them back. You do your check-ins. Friday's program day. Monday's content day. We've given you guys the schedule before. Like, if you have not checked that out, make sure you do. It is a very basic schedule, and like batch work is fucking needed if you want to scale to the next level.
Bet. Thanks for coming up, King. Hannah, what's up?
Hey guys, my first time on Pod Chats.
Fun.
Start by saying I really resonate with your tough loving. I'm Eastern European, but I struggle bringing that part of me to my clients. I coach mostly women, only women now, and I'm afraid I will scare them. So I have been applying a lot of your mentality, and I'll tell you what I've been doing, but I do have a couple of clients they're just not working. So I put in a clause in my contract saying that if they fall on compliance below 40%, I have a right to kick them off. I also give them warning when they become really disconnected from the program. I give them warning and I set up a call right away, like face-to-face call or a criticism call. Some clients it works with, but some clients it doesn't. So I do have one client right now. She's been with me for about 2.5 months. She signed up and she said, like, after I finish all the work, she doesn't think she can do it. She was going through a breakup, buying a house. So I gave her a few weeks free, and I just kept her on accountability, just mindset and stress management. And I said, like, what is one thing you can do that you can commit so that we can grow your self-confidence and just showing up for herself. So she did that. And now since then, she's literally, her compliance is either 0 or like 40%. She's making constantly bad decisions.
Fire her.
It's literally, pardon?
Fire her. You want to know why? Because it's absorbing.
It's draining the energy.
Exactly.
Like
That's exactly it. How many clients do you have, Hannah?
5 right now.
5 right now. So that one client is taking up 80% of your energy when the 4 clients that are actually doing well should be taking up most of it.
Like she doesn't show up to the weekly coaching call. She doesn't show up to educational sessions, nothing, no engagement.
So here's the message I would send. Hannah, I just wanted to shoot you a message really quick. I know that you've been going through a really hard time in your life right now. And I want to let you know that I do not believe that this program is best suited for you and your goals right now. So effective immediately, I will be removing you from the program because I want to make sure that you can find something that's going to be better suited for your goals. Thank you so much for choosing me as your coach. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later.
And then no talk about the money or anything because she's 2.5 months into the program.
Is she paying monthly or paid in full?
She paid in full.
I would honestly, I would refund the last month of the program because she paid.
I would refund anything that's not actually done for her yet. Just take the fucking bullet and kick her the fuck out so she stops draining your energy, period.
The reason why is that money is not worth your bandwidth, period.
Nope.
And holding on to that client because you like, I know that you're not worried about the money. You haven't mentioned it once, but for everybody that's listening, that's like, oh, I don't want to lose the money from that client. Like you holding on to that money from that client that is literally draining your energy is the definition of scarcity because you know you don't want to be working with that client and you're afraid of losing the money, which is why you're hanging on to it. And I know that's not the issue.
Also, it's very unintegral and irresponsible. So let go of the fucking money and be an integral coach.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I feel like I'm going back on my values and the boundaries that I've set with my clients in hopes to like retain these clients, but it just doesn't align with who I am on the inside.
So what I want you to do is I want you to fire the client. Once you're done firing the client, post in the academy, show us the message, and I'm holding you accountable.
Okay, I will do that. Thanks so much.
I promise you, you're going to notice that as soon as you fire that client within the next 7 days, you're going to get 2 to 3 fire clients that will reach out that you're excited to work with. Because everybody write this in the chat, when you let go of the anchors, you're able to soar higher. One of our clients in our VIP program, her name's Nicole Troutman. She's making like $60,000 a month. She recently had to make her move in her business to remove some negative energy. And I'm not going to go into details. However, because she removed negative energy in her business, as soon as she did that, she signed a VIP client for $2,000 a month. And when you let go of the anchors, you're able to soar higher.
Okay.
Bet.
I'm on it. Thank you so much.
See you soon, Queen. Ben, and then Devin, you raised your hand too late, bro. There's a new rule on pod chats. If you're not raised within the first 15 minutes, cut.
No, I raised my hand. My internet went off, and I think I lost my spot. So that's what happened.
Sorry, G. I don't know what to tell you. Cole's got a hard out, so I'm gonna take Ben, and then we gotta go. Ben, what's up?
Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so my main question here is for Cole. He said he has something to tell me about my value post, my connection post.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be like a content audit. I want to be able to break it down. When it comes down to like you delivering your story, it's more of I want to dive into the content post. And because I love that so much, that's not something that I'm going to like lightly run through. I'm actually going to send you like a breakdown on that video so you can make it better and dissect it more. Because again, for everybody who heard me a little bit earlier, if you guys haven't seen, go check out Ben's connection post. He talked about his story and being shot 3 times, and I thought it was very cool. I just want to help you learn how to articulate it better, explaining it more, adding a little bit more tonality, energy, enthusiasm to it, and then making the video a little bit more interactive, not even like flashy with crazy editing, more just like standing up and walking around. But me and you will do that one-on-one. Don't stress.
All right, sounds good. See you guys in September.
Bet.
I like
He's
it.
coming to Utah and he's coming to the event.
I love that, dude. I'm excited to see you. I'm amped up for Utah and the event. It's going to be fucking crazy.
Devin, send me a message on Facebook. Send me a voice note. All right, cool. Cole's got a hard out, so I'm going to respect his time. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Pod Chats. Hopefully you guys got some value from today. I also just want to remind you guys that if you are our client on Pod Chats, and we're going to drop this, if you want to come to mine and Cole's little masterclass tomorrow, at the end of the masterclass, we're going to give you guys an opportunity to get your virtual tickets. So for those of you guys that can't come to the actual event, I would highly recommend registering for the virtual. We're going to be offering 75% off the virtual tickets tomorrow. So you want to fucking be there because it's going to be lit. Cole, where do they find you, G?
Cole Luz da Silva or the Wake Up the Wolf podcast.
Guys, have the best day of your entire life. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Pod Chats, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.